Hello Aries, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jen with Bohemian Path Tarot, and we are doing October readings today. I've got the Wonderland Tarot here, and as always, this is a general reading for a general Aries audience. So I try to give a lot of examples of how the energy might play out, but it might not all resonate with you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for another Aries. I invite you to check out the videos for all of your major astrological placements. So your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. I am also going to pull a rune card from the Rune Magic Oracle deck. Kanaz. Nice. That's a very Aries rune. Excuse me. And then I've also got the Wisdom of the Oracle deck here. Let's see, we've got Never-Ending Story. Oh. So starting with the rune here, Kanaz, I love this rune so much. It's about the fire of like knowledge, of awareness, of insight. It's like the fire of knowing. It's being illuminated with information, not just information, but understanding. So when you it's when the information, when the penny drops and you get it, and then it's like the light comes on. How about that? So the fire is kind of about when you get it. The Oracle card is kind of almost the opposite of that, which is so interesting. So the never-ending story is kind of like a lie that you might carry with yourself, that is how you might harm yourself in maybe relationships, like a way you might be too critical of yourself, or a belief you might have about how relationships don't work for you that you kind of carry through relationships through time, or a belief you have of yourself that you bring through the world that doesn't serve you, that kind of harms you in situations, in relationships, in job interviews, in just it's a thing that a belief a person can have about themselves that is a way a person harms themselves that doesn't even have to be true. It can be just a belief that is harming themselves and doing the damage that they might think the world is doing to them, or they hurt themselves before the world hurts them, kind of a thing. It's a low self-esteem kind of a thing, right? So I think this pairing might be speaking to finally getting to a place where you can free yourself maybe from a lie or an insecurity, or maybe even a critique. Like if you had a critical mom, or maybe you had a relationship at some time, maybe a mean girl at school, or even a romantic partner said or did something, or you had an experience somewhere that you can finally purge and let go of, and free yourself, kind of burn off that lie, and live in this newly enlightened place, free from that story. I think that's what we're getting at, because looking at some of these cards, we see some relationship cards that I think are going to free us from this thing in October. So let's go through the tarot and see. First, we have the Three of Cups and the Two of Swords. Now, the Three of Cups can be a social gathering. In the artwork of this particular card, there's just a couple of people, but usually we see three ladies dancing in the traditional version, or at least the Rider-Waite-Smith version of this card, I should say. We usually see three gals dancing, and it's kind of like a harvest celebration is supposed to be what's intended on the Rider-Waite-Smith version of the card. And it usually indicates a time when you can get together with your friends and hang out. It doesn't necessarily have to be a specific party for a specific reason, although sometimes when the card comes up, it does indicate a particular party for a particular reason. Now, this is paired with the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords tends to indicate a stalemate, a time when you are needing to make a decision, when you might be torn between two paths or possibly two people. So for some of you, Aries, I think it could be torn between possibly relationships or friends. There could be or a decision you have to make between social events or friends or something like that. Now, when the Two of Swords comes up, it usually indicates that the stalemate is due to the fact that you don't have enough information. There's something that's been left out of the story. This could actually be because someone hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. Or for some of you, this could be because you have not been completely forthcoming with yourself. And I only say that because of the never-ending story card here. It could be that you're believing somebody did something or somebody has an opinion of you that is not true. So I think it could be that the stalemate is due to some misunderstanding or lack of information, that an actual honest conversation, an honest put all the cards on the table conversation is warranted here. Now, let's look at the second column here. We have the Three of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune indicates a new luck cycle where we get a new change of it's a change of pace. It's a new cycle in terms of opportunities. Could bring you job opportunities. For those of you who are job seeking, it could bring you new people, a new dating cycle for those who are single and looking. It really depends on, what opportunities you are seeking at this time. It's paired with the Three of Pentacles, which tends to indicate an progress on the work front. This is usually a validation moment. It could be recognition for a job well done, advancement even. Sometimes this comes when you're offered a new role, a new title, being asked to be the lead on a project or a team at work. If that doesn't apply in your situation, it could be some other related area of your life where you could receive some sort of recognition or validation. So for example, maybe at the book club, people marvel at your insight on that week's book or whatever it is. Or you could get a really nice notice in local, or maybe not local, a nice write-up in response to your appearance in a play or something like that. Some sort of validation or recognition. But the Wheel of Fortune paired with this indicates a new cycle of opportunities and advancement. In the next column, we have the Two of Cups paired with the Wands. So the Two of Cups, of course, is typically about relationships, often about romantic relationships. So for any of you who are single and looking, this is a great omen right here. If you're not single and looking, this could be sort of reconnection with a friend, or sort of leveling up, or just an improvement in your current connection, or having time, making time to connect with a friend, or following up on whatever happened over here for those of you who needed that cards on the table conversation, making more time for that relationship. This is typically a card that indicates a connection with someone or an association where you get to truly be yourself, your sort of messy, true, vulnerable self. It doesn't have to be romantic, although often this does have that piece to it, right? But it can be something like an artistic collaboration or a really good business partnership. Could be something like that. This is paired with the Ace of Wands. Now, wands are the suit of our passion, which can be sort of, what's another word? Attraction. So it could be that kind of passion, right? But it can also be our passion in terms of our creative passions. So it could be the start of a new passion project, like being in a play, as I mentioned over here, or a new cycle in terms of something that you want to be known for, something you want, is something you have an ego attachment to. This can be different for different Aries, right? It could be like, again, the theater. It could be cosplay. It could be running a marathon for a charity event. It could be planning your wedding. This Ace of Wands is something that you could be excited about, something you could be excited to participate in or get to do, something you are excited to put effort into, be known for, brag about on your social media. And it could be your career, but it doesn't have to be. For a lot of Aries, this is probably career, possibly creative, but it could also be athletic, because there's also this piece with Wands that is about, because it's about passion, there can be that spark. It can be energetic too. So there could be something about, joining a soccer team or a dance team, or, like I said, running a marathon for charity, something like that. But the fact that it's paired with this relationship card, again, it could be, like I said, that like an improv team, getting together, or play, your comedy duo, putting together a rock and roll band. It could be something like that. So take it as it resonates for you, Aries. Finally, in the final column, we have the Three of Wands with the Eight of Cups. So as we mentioned with the Ace of Wands, wands are about passion, excitement, sometimes creativity, sometimes energy. And the 3 is indicating a sort of expansion or advancement. So something that you are excited about, something you have a passion for, something you've put your energy into and have an ego attachment to, has or is advancing or has expanded. So there's some sort of reach here. You may have, again, some sort of recognition, just like we discussed with the 3 of Pentacles, that sort of recognition or validation that can happen in like a job setting. This happens with something that you have that ego attachment to, that you have that passion for, right? So some other level of expansion. This could be your Etsy store. This could be your comedy duo or your improv group, something like that. However that resonates for you. But this is paired with the 8 of Cups. For this expansion, or because of this expansion, it may mean that you walk away or leave something else. The 8 of Cups is something that you're leaving behind or walking away from, or something that no longer fits. So again, with the example of your improv group, let's say, it could be that finally hits its moment, and your YouTube channel and your in-person comedy appearances get so popular that you get to quit your day job. That could be one way that plays out. I know that seems terribly unlikely, but maybe if there is an Aries whose comedy team hit the big time so much that you get to leave your day job, please leave me a comment. I want to see your YouTube videos very much. But it could be something along those lines. Something that is expanding or reaching a new audience may require you to leave something else behind, or quit something else, or a second job, or it might just be because your Etsy store starts doing so well that you leave your comedy team or something. Or you're made manager at the grocery store, and so you finally decide you have a passion for regular paychecks, and you decide to leave comedy behind. How about that? It could play out a number of different ways, but something that's going great and makes you happy, and there's an ego attachment to it. So this isn't a loss. This 8 of Cups, that means that you have to walk away from something. It's something that served its purpose, but no longer has a place in your life anymore. So congratulations on your advancement. I hope that's helpful, Aries. Oh, the obvious thing you can be walking away from. I can't believe I didn't say this. The obvious thing that you can be walking away from is this lie or this misperception of yourself. This definitely does not serve you. So, if nothing else, let's walk away from this thing, this never-ending story that held you back. Okay? So now I'm going to leave it there. Congratulations. It looks like a month full of successes and advancements and connections and reconnections and new opportunities. So I hope this has been helpful, Aries. If you enjoyed this reading, I invite you to leave a like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. In any case, take good care. Until next time, bye for now.